Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to Badger with a Jolly Dreamer. My name is Miranda, and in today's video I will be sharing with you my March 2022 sinking fund update. So there was a lot of activity in the month of March. I moved a lot of money around, and I'm excited to share with you how I was able to send some of my income that I earned in the month of March towards my short-term savings, so my sinking funds. I'll start my screen record in a few seconds, and then we will discuss exactly how I was able to spend my money. But if you're new around here, my name is Miranda, and on this channel I cover personal finance. I cover budgeting, saving, and investing. If these topics are of interest to you, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into today's video. I'm super excited to share this with you guys. So I'll start the screen record now, and now shrink myself to the corner. So first of all, let's start with the first sinking fund category, which is travel. So for me, travel, I break it down into staycation, vacation, and day trips. So as you can see, day trips is blacked out because I fully funded that sinking fund. So we'll focus on staycation and vacation. So for staycation, I budgeted £100. I was able to send £200, which means I now have £200 saved for this sinking fund. I didn't have anything to begin with because I'd used up all of that money the previous month. So I have saved 40% of my overall goal of £500. For vacation, I had planned £200. I actually ended up adding 754 and 82 pence. I spent 654 and 82 pence. Didn't have anything in that, and I now have £100 in this sinking fund left, which is 6.67% of my overall target of 1,500. So before I progress to the other sinking funds, for travel, I actually this £654.82 was for the travel that I have coming up at the end of this month. So for the travel that I came back from, that one I actually already saved up using the 52 week savings challenge. I was able to fund that back in March, and I used that money for that trip. So this money that I spent here was to buy my flight to my next destination. Then if we go to the next category, which is home, so home has maintenance, buildings and contents insurance, home emergency, and rental bills and contents insurance, because I do have a rental property, so I pay for buildings and content insurance for that property as well. So if we start off with maintenance, I budgeted 100. I actually sent 202 and 73 pence, and I spent 502 and 73 pence, and I've broken it down to 280 pounds went to my home renovations. So I had not had to, but I wanted to have a ringer, so a ringer doorbell, which I see, when people are outside my house. So that cost me £280. Then I had blinds installed in my house. That cost me £60. Then there was money that I sent £7.27 to my main account for some home related expenses. I did some shopping on Amazon, on Sainsbury's, Amazon again, on Etsy, and B&M. So I did a lot of spending for my home, because as a homeowner, there's a lot of things that you have to pay for. And for me, the month of March was exactly that. So 502 and 73 pence is what I spent. I started out with £400. I now have £100 saved in that account. I do have a total goal of £5,000. It would be nice to have that separate pot sitting separate from my emergency fund that I can just call upon when I want to do some sort of renovation in my home. Then for buildings and content insurance, I did not budget anything because this was a fully funded account. So I did not put anything in there, but I did take out the entire £300 that I had saved. So this was £204.04 that I sent towards paying off for the annual renewal for the buildings and contents insurance. Then 85.95, which I then sent to my rental buildings and contents insurance. So I paid for March through to June of 2022. Then £10.01 of that I sent to my main account for home related expenses. So I started with 300. I've got nothing now, so I'll start resaving again for my sinking fund. Then my home emergency, this is one that you normally don't see in my everyday budget because I pay for that annually. So that's the same thing here. Didn't have budget, no put anything in, but I put the £300 that I had saved to pay for my home emergency renewal. So the home emergency renewal came up to 152 and 72 pence. So, and then I sent 147 and 28 pence towards my my main account to utilize for other home related things. Then rental bills, contents, insurance, I budgeted 50, but because it was a bonus month, I added £200. So started off with 100. I now have £300 saved. So in June is when my rental bills and contents insurance is due. So I will be looking to pay for that annually as opposed to monthly. This is my goal for 2022, to make sure that for the bills that I can pay annually, I do exactly that. Moving on to car sinking funds. So I have for my insurance, for my maintenance, annual check, tax, and MOT. Annual check, tax, and MOT, these are fully funded, so I won't focus on those. But for insurance, budgeted £100 and I was able to send 425. Again, this is because it was a bonus month, so I started with £75 and I now have £500 saved. So I'm hoping by September of 2022 I would have saved £750 pounds, and then I can renew in September for the whole year again. Maintenance, I budgeted 100. I only sent £75. So I started with 25. I now have £100 saved for car maintenance. So this will be things like car wash, changing the tires, because things like annual check, anything that does come up when I take my car for the annual service, if they say, oh, you have a broken taillight or what have you, I will use the annual car check money. But for everyday things, I will be using my maintenance. So in this one, I have £100 and I would like to have £500 saved in this sinking fund. If we move over to gifts, that's another type of sinking fund that I have. So I've broken down to Christmas, birthdays, and festive holidays. So for me, festive holidays, it's not Christmas per se, it's things like Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and other local celebrations that we have. So for Christmas, budgeted 50. I put 250 in there. I started with £50 and now have 300. Birthdays, I budgeted 50. I was able to send 175 and I spent £22.90. It was a family member's birthday, so I started with £25 and I ended with 177 and 10 pence. What I want to say for this sinking fund is this is one of those sinking funds that I save and use at the same time. So every single month I add something to it, because I feel like almost every single month there is a birthday of either my family, a close family friend, or extended family. So this is one of those sinking funds that you find yourself saving and using at the same time, and it's fine. Festive holidays, budgeted 25. I sent 150 and spent £100 because it was Mother's Day the last Sunday in March. So in the UK we celebrate Mother's Day in March, so I spent £100 for that. Started with 50, ended with 100, and my goal is £300 for this. Moving over to the next category, which is subscriptions. So for this one is my Disney Plus, which is due in April, my Prime membership, which was due in the month of March. I had already fully funded these back in November of 2021, so I was able to pull from my Prime membership sinking fund to pay for that, and then I'll be doing the same thing in the month of April to pull for Disney Plus, which is up for renewal soon. Then if we move to my miscellaneous, so I call this a miscellaneous category because I am changing this actually, and you will notice that in my April update. So there's a lot of these weekly challenges that I decided to fully fund upfront and get rid of them completely, and I will be able to give more detail in that in one of my upcoming videos in the month of April. So annual bills, this is one of the sinking funds that will be disappearing. I started with 50, I added 100, spent 50, started with 50, and I now have £100. £1 daily savings challenge. There were 31 days in March, so that's what I budgeted, that's what I added. £5 a week, which is £20. That's what I budgeted, and that's what I added. 52-week challenge Yeah, so we are up to 72 pounds. That's I thought we were up to 72 pounds, but we're actually up to 93 pounds. So that's what I added into the sinking fund. 100 envelope saving challenge. So you would have seen this in my Transfer Tuesday videos. So I thought I was going to add only 2 envelopes. That's envelope, I believe, I can't remember the envelopes actually, but they added up to 76 pounds, but I actually ended up sending 505 and 9 pence. So this is money from my normal budget. This is money from the from my Etsy income, so I'm very happy about that. Then the final one is the 52 envelopes saving challenge, which is similar to the 100. I budgeted 67, but I ended up adding 943 pounds to this sinking fund to fully fund it. And then I broke down I spent the entire 1,378 pounds as follows: 378 I sent to investing, 1,000 pounds I sent towards my travel, and then I started breaking down exactly how I spent it with respect to my travel. So I had budgeted that I wanted to send 1,091 pence toward 91 pounds towards my sinking funds. I ended up sending 4,124 pounds and 64 pence, and then I spent 3,388 and 45 pence. Again, the month of March was an expensive month, a truly expensive month for me. I started the month with 3,233 in my sinking funds, and I ended the month with 3,969 and 19 pence saved, which is 15.31% of my overall goal of 25,931 pounds that I would like to save. So I think this is all that I wanted to share. I will do a screenshot of my sinking funds, how I save them using my Monzo. So I use Monzo to store all of my sinking funds, so travel, home, car, subscriptions, and miscellaneous. I track all of them in my Monzo account. It's easy to move money there, and I just love how easy it is to use. So if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to check out this video of my last sinking fund update for the month of February. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.